Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Thursday, January 6, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Winnipeg Jets vs Colorado Avalanche. The Colorado Avalanche have been great in the early stages of this season, and one of the bright spots is the play of center Nazem Kadri, who has been playing extremely well to begin the season. The Avalanche are dealing with 3 players on the injury report, so it will really test their depth. The first-round pick back in 2009 is tied for 3rd in the NHL in assists and 5th in points, as he is at 41 points, 11 goals, 30 assists this season, and has scored 10 points in his previous 5 games. In the last game against the Chicago Blackhawks, he finished with a pair of assists without a shot in 17:38 on the ice. The Avalanche are clicking in all areas right now and have won 7 out of their last 8 games overall. They are very difficult to beat on home ice, where they have won 9 in a row. The Jets have only won 6 of their 15 road games on the season. Furthermore, the Avalanche are piling on the goals, netting 4 or more goals in 8 out of their last 10 games overall, and are almost impossible to beat right now as a result. The Jets are giving up too many goals. Our first betting advice is to pick Colorado Avalanche. The Colorado Avalanche opens a 4-game homestand in this one. They have played a ton of home games recently and have only lost 3 games on home ice all season. The Avalanche tallied a second consecutive win in a 4-3 overtime triumph in Chicago on Tuesday night. They stand in 3rd place in the Central, but have played fewer games than the squads above them. Avalanche point leader Nazem Kadri continues to thrive. The veteran center has tallied a remarkable 10 points in his last 5 games overall and is up to 30 assists and a remarkable 41 points on the year. Nathan MacKinnon hasn't scored in 5 consecutive games but is contributing with assists. The 26-year-old star has 28 points in 19 games. Mikko Rantanen is also consistently finding the scoresheet. The 25-year-old has accrued 9 points in his last 5 clashes and leads the team in goals with 15 and has 33 points. Our second betting advice is to pick over 6. Quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Chicago Blackhawks vs Arizona Coyotes. For the majority of the Coyotes games this season, there has not been a true chance for victory. They are last in the league in both goals scored per game and goals allowed per game, not a recipe for success. However, at home against the other struggling Central Division team, the Coyotes will have a decent shot at picking up a rare win. Even though the Blackhawks have generally struggled this season, they showed they might be shaking some of the COVID pause rust off with a close game against an elite Colorado team last time out, and this is the ultimate get-right game. Not much has gone right for Arizona either offensively or defensively at any point this season, and as bad as the Blackhawks are, these are huge odds on the puck line against the worst team in the NHL. There's not much indication that Arizona is going to get better anytime soon, with the Coyotes ranking last in the NHL in expected goals for rate and bottom 5 in Corsi. For all their issues, the Blackhawks have managed at least an average defense by most metrics, and Fleury starting to play better in recent games is a big development. Both teams are struggling to score overall this season, but it's at least easier to believe in some of Chicago's talent, with young players like DeBrincat and Kirby Dach continuing to develop, plus the steady veteran Kane Toews duo. Our first betting advice is to pick Blackhawks -1. Arizona has at least been somewhat better on the puck line at 13-18 and is down a massive amount on the money line, even while being a big underdog most games. Overs are also 13-18 for the Coyotes, including an even 5-5 over their last 10 games. It hasn't been pretty for the Coyotes in any facet, with the offense managing an ugly 2.06 goals and 26.41 shots per game this season. Arizona's defense is also near the bottom of the NHL leaderboard, with opponents putting up 3.87 goals and 33.38 shots per contest. Clayton Keller paces the Arizona offense with 10 goals and 13 assists. Veteran Phil Kessel has a team-high 16 assists to go along with 5 goals, while Gostisbehere has 6 goals and 15 assists. Vejmelka has flashed some upside in 17 games, allowing a .908 save percentage and 3.19 goals against average. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5. Detroit Red Wings vs Anaheim Ducks. Through 35 games, the Anaheim Ducks goal and overall scoring leader is Troy Terry with 34 points. He has reached his mark of 21 goals on a shooting percentage of 25.3%. So far, 29% of his goals have come during power play time. Behind him is Trevor Zegras, who has 17 assists to go along with his 8 goals. However, when on the ice the Ducks are -6 in scoring differential. Anaheim's top goalie is John Gibson, who is giving up an average of 2.64 goals per game. In his 27 games played, he has turned in 17 quality starts, giving him a quality start percentage above the league average. This would seem like a tough call considering the production that Detroit is getting offensively. Bertuzzi and Larkin have combined for 15 points over the last 5 games, but that is a misleading number. Consider that since this team returned to the ice following the COVID-19 scare, they have scored a single goal in 2 of their contests. Plus, the Red Wings are just 4-10-1 on the road. Anaheim is a very good defensive club, holding teams to just 8.3% success on their shots and 2.67 goals per game. In their last 4 games, they have allowed 10 total goals and have had at least 1 day off between each of their last 4 games, including this one. Our first betting advice is to pick Anaheim Ducks at -1. Troy Terry scored the first 2 goals of the game and finished with a hat-trick to lead the Anaheim Ducks to a 4-1 victory over Philadelphia. The hat-trick was the first of Terry's career. Jamie Drysdale had 2 assists for Anaheim. John Gibson was sharp in the net, making 28 saves. Anaheim is 16th in goals per game at 3.03 and 14th in shooting percentage at 9.8%. The Ducks are 4th on the power play at 27.8%. After recording 10 points in his first 33 games, Hampus Lindholm has 5 over his last 5 games. That includes 3 assists. Terry now leads the team with 21 goals and 34 points. Detroit is 20th in goals per game at 2.79 and 16th in shooting percentage at 6.7%. The Red Wings are 31st on the power play at 14.0%. Dylan Larkin has been on a tear of late, recording 9 points in his last 5 games. That includes 5 goals and 4 assists. Bertuzzi has 6 goals in the last 5 games, giving him 15 total. Tyler Bertuzzi scored 2 goals to help lead Detroit to a 6-2 victory over San Jose. The Red Wings scored 2 shorthanded goals, the first time the team had scored shorthanded in 100 games. Pius Suter also had a pair of goals. Alex Nedeljkovic stopped 24 of 26 shots. In Detroit's 34 games, the over has hit in over half of their games, going 19-14-1. So far, taking the over when the Red Wings are playing on the road has been a good bet with an over-under record of 11-4-0. On the season, 62.0% of Detroit's games have gone for at least 6 goals or more, with 45.0% of the scoring coming from the Red Wings. And NBSP. Coming into this game, the Ducks have an over-under record of 16-19-1. When playing on the road, the over is hitting less than half the time, going 8-11-0. On the season, 47.0% of Anaheim's games have gone for at least 6 goals or more, with 46.0% of the scoring coming from the Ducks. Our second betting advice is to pick under 5.5.